Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Delaney. And today's Fashion Friday video is going to be another spring trends video, but this is specifically going to be about spring shoe trends for this year. I love doing trend videos in general, and specifically ones about shoes I think are super helpful because I've said this before, but I just think that shoes can be a make or break of your outfit, but they can also be a really hard thing to decide, or sometimes like know what direction to go into, or sometimes I'm just like, I love this outfit, it's perfect, but I don't know what shoe to wear with it. So I feel like shoes are so important and they're a little tricky. So today's video is dedicated to just talking about the spring shoe trends for this year, and obviously with all trend videos and trends in general, nobody needs to follow these, nobody needs to like them or listen to them. Wear whatever you want and you'll rock it, you'll be amazing either way. But if you like learning about trends and fashion like I do, then this video is for you. And also, as always, I will do a part 2 to this video if you guys want to see like a styling version of this where I'm actually styling these trends. So let me know in the comments if we're into that. I feel like maybe for shoes we don't like that as much as just like the regular fashion trends, but let me know what you guys think because I'll do it for you if you want. All right, and we're gonna start off with sneakers because I feel like that is the most everyday, highly worn shoe. I mean, at least for me, sneakers are everything. So let's talk about sneakers for this spring. There is going to be a lot of the retro sneakers that we have seen for the past couple of seasons really dominate. They are still going to be around. So the Sambas, the Gazelles, the Especials, the Onitsuka Tigers, those are one of my personal favorites because they are the comfiest shoe I own and also so cute. So what's really great about this is these have been trending for a while, so you probably already have a pair, or it's likely that you do. I do see that these will be on trend for a while into the future as well, so I think that they're a great shoe to invest in. They're also, like I said, an everyday shoe and you can walk a ton in them, so you'll definitely get your wear and your money's worth out of them. A lot of these like retro style sneakers are low profile, so all those ones that I just mentioned, they're like a slimmer, more slender sneaker. I used to be a really big platform chunky sneaker girl, and I do still like those. Like my platform Converse are never going anywhere in my closet. I also love like my New Balance 9060s maybe. I don't know the exact number, but I have this chunky pair of New Balances that I love. I actually just got them in pink, and I feel like that sneaker is definitely trending right now. I've seen a lot of cute colors in that. So the chunky sneakers are still happening. I would still say that the lower profile sneaker is like more trending right now, but if you're a chunky sneaker girl, like those New Balances I think are a really great option. I also just recently got this pair of platform sneakers that I saw in a little boutique here. It's like a very famous brand of sneakers that is blanking from my mind right now, but I'll put a picture here when I remember, and I really like those. So if you're into like a chunkier, bigger platform sneaker, I would say the platform Converse is always going to be great. They have some great spring colors. Those New Balances that I mentioned is great for this, and also the shoe that is blanking from my mind. And then if you're into the low profile, like I said, the Onitsuka Tigers are great. Adidas has so many different ones. All of these like suede sneakers, there's a bunch of smaller brands as well. We're still here for this like retro sneaker trend. One that's kind of in between those two is the Reeboks. I don't know the exact model like name, but I have worn these into the ground. I love them so much. They're so comfortable and they go with everything. So this is also a great option. Okay, the next shoe that I want to talk about that is major and it's also very everyday and super wearable is the Ballet flat. And these have been on the comeback for a couple of seasons / years now. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was really scared of the Ballet flat because they just seemed crazy to me for a little bit. They seemed very preppy and mature, and they were just like the opposite of my style. But you know, I love to try out a trend. You know, I like to dabble, experiment with fashion. So I was like, I'm gonna try this out. I have become very fond of ballet flats, and I think because they've become so popular, I've also been able to see them styled so many different ways on so many different people, and I'm like, you know what? The ballet flat is actually doing so much, and I love it. So I think that this is just like a staple shoe. These can be done with a bunch of straps, which is a really cool, like edgy way. There's some with just like one strap, which is like a Mary Jane ballet flat. Those are super cute. I love that as well. Even like a square toe ballet flat, I think is really nice and stylish. They can have like little studs, have a little bow detail. There's so many different ways to wear a ballet flat. Like they can have so many different little personalities, which I love. But I definitely think that it's just like a great shoe. It looks really good with denim. I also love the way that it looks with skirts. I'm not huge, I like it with like a longer skirt. I will wear a ballet flat sometimes with shorts or a shorter skirt, but I do think that like with my proportions or something, a little bit more coverage on the legs looks better with a ballet flat. But you know, just play around. They're a great shoe. You can wear them to work, you can wear them out, vacations, all of the above. Okay, now I want to talk about a more specific shoe trend that is actually like a love child of those first two shoe trends, and that is like a ballet flat ballerina sneaker. So I've seen a couple of these. I think the first one that I ever saw like this was an Acne shoe. So, you know, fancy designer, whatever. And I was really drawn to them. I'm like, these are cool. Like they're just interesting and different, and I always like that. And then I recently saw on social media the Adidas, I think they're called Taekwondo, and they are really like a ballet flat with laces that are kind of like a sneaker, and they're just, I ordered them off StockX because I couldn't find them anywhere else, and I was like, these are just so cool. I want these. I want to try to style them. So I'm excited to see those once they get there. I also saw a pair by Jeffrey Campbell that's very similar, and it is literally just like a sneaker and a ballet flat had a baby. You know, that's the best way to describe it. And this is more niche. It's not going to be for everyone. It's not going to be as wearable or as liked is my assumption, but I do think it's very cool, and I have seen it floating around, so I do think that it is a trend. Okay, and then one more trend I want to talk about that is kind of off the back of these sneaker trends, I guess, is the two-tone laces. So the first time that I saw this as well was the Miu Miu New Balance collab, and ever since then I have seen so many more iterations of it with other brands, which is great because that is a really expensive like designer shoe that's super hard to get as well. So having it in these more accessible and affordable versions is really cool, and it is a pretty simple concept of just having two different shoelaces on one shoe that are two different colors, but it looks so cool. It's very striking. It adds a little pizzazz to your sneaker, and I think that it's really fun, and it is absolutely something I've been seeing a lot of. Okay, and then one more specific trend that I want to talk about that kind of goes in with the ballet flat is the mesh ballet flat, or just like mesh shoes. So this was something that was really big last year as well, and I didn't go like full on with this trend because I was kind of like weirded out by it, I guess. Not like weirded out when other people wear it or something, but I was just like, I don't know how I feel. It was like when the clear shoe trend was happening, however many years ago that was. It's like, I don't know how I feel about like completely just seeing my foot through a shoe. You know, it's different than like an open-toed shoe. It's like a caged foot. I don't know. I felt a little weird about it. I do have a pair of like woven ballet flats that aren't really like mesh. They're more like a rattan. They just give a different vibe. But I just wanted to put it in here because the mesh ballet flats, I'm still seeing them everywhere. I think that they're really big, and I do think that they're really cute. I just never picked up a pair, and I don't know if I will because I just don't know if it's for me, but I do think it's really cute, and I love seeing other people style it. Okay, the next one that I want to talk about is a sandal trend, and it's hardware on sandals, and specifically like gold and silver hardware, or even maybe like a, I don't know what kind of, like a resin or something, but basically you guys will know what I'm talking about when I put the pictures here. But I saw this on like Bottega sandals, Zara, who else had them? I saw some on Shopbop recently, and basically it's just like a little bead or hardware, some sort of like charm ring style thing on one of the straps of the sandals, and I think that this is really a gorgeous trend. I have loved it on every pair of shoes I've seen. I haven't picked one up yet because, I mean, honestly, it's gonna snow here this week, so I'm not I'm not on my sandal game yet, but I think that this is gonna be so good for spring and summer. And if you guys watched my fashion trends video for spring 2025, there is a trend I spoke about on there called textured minimalism, which is these sort of like earthy, interesting, textural, asymmetrical, flowy outfits, you know what I mean? And I think that this shoe trend pairs perfectly with that. It's like a cult Gaia vibe kind of. So I'm really excited to see that all mixed together this spring, and I just love this little extra fun bit that the sandals are gonna have this year. Okay, then this is like a heel trend. I haven't really seen this on like flat sandals. I would say it's all heeled sandals, and it's the flower applique. So I feel like this has been a thing in the fashion space for the past couple of years. Like a lot of clothes, purses, everything like will be these applique floral beautiful creations, and I feel like we've seen it like lightly in the shoe world before, but I feel like it's really picking up and I'm seeing a whole lot more of it. What it is I think it used to be like hard to find, or it was only really expensive brands or something with these gorgeous flowers on these strappy sandals, but now I'm starting to see it be more mainstream and again accessible and affordable, and I'm totally here for that because me personally, I don't know how often I could wear a pair of like floral applique heels, so if it's a more affordable pair, that's gonna make a lot more sense for me. I know like Cult Gaia has some. I think they have like orchids on them, stunning. I think White Fox has some or is coming out with some. I saw like on social media, which those will be more affordable, which is great. I've seen some on Shopbop and they're just stunning. Like they're so feminine, they're so spring, they're so summer, they're so vacation, and they're just like objectively gorgeous in my opinion. So I'm really excited for that shoe trend. Okay, another in sort of like the heel world of shoe trends, I've seen so many more wedges when I have been doing my little online perusing. I love like fake shopping online all the time. I just go and I look at all the websites I like and I put stuff in my cart and then I don't buy it, but I just love doing that. I guess it's like a fake dopamine hit. But anyways, I have seen so many more wedges while I have been doing my little perusing. So I'm like, this is definitely a thing. This is definitely happening. A lot of them are like flip-flop style wedges, which is so nostalgic and like 2000s, 90s vibes, which I love. I think that's super chic and it's gonna pair really well with like date night or dressier outfits in the spring. I have also seen a lot of espadrille wedges, which I don't even know what era those come from, but they definitely feel nostalgic to me. And I actually don't know how I feel about that trend. Again, for myself, whenever I like don't like a trend or something, it's not to say that I don't like it on other people. I don't know if I can commit to the espadrille wedges. I think they're really cute, like with the right style, and I think that people style them really well. I feel like I just might feel funny in them. But you know what? Maybe with like a sundress on a vacation this summer, maybe I could get down. I don't know. I'm not throwing it out there, but I have seen more wedges. Okay, and then the last heel trend that I want to talk about with you guys is kitten heels. These have been trending for a little while as well, but just all the rage right now. I feel like it's all about the lower heel, the smaller heel, which I am always going to be here for because it is so much easier for me to walk in them. They're so much more comfortable. I also think that they're just really chic and they're more effortless feeling, which is not to say that I don't love a high heel. Like, gorgeous, makes the legs look amazing, super sexy, but I like this sort of like understated feel of the kitten heel, and I also like that it's a little bit more vintage feeling. This pairs so well with capris, which I talked about in my fashion trends video, which I know everybody doesn't like capris, but if you are gonna try out the capris, you're gonna want some kitten heels. I also love a kitten heel with a pair of denim, like a pointed toe kitten heel and denim. Chef's kiss every time. A little thong kitten heel, so cute, very classic, goes with everything, so I'm here for them. Okay, and then rain boots are also going to be trending for this spring, and I think that has much to do with this fisherman aesthetic that has been trending, and they just go hand in hand. So honestly, I love it because A, I love boots, B, they're so practical, like they're weather appropriate, especially if it is actually raining, but you can do other like very active things in rain boots too. I feel like you can garden and I don't know, gardening is really all that's coming to mind, but they're just like, they're a good outdoorsy shoe, not for like hiking or something, but you know what I mean. So I love that. I also think that they're so cute, and you can style them so fun with like the little knee-high socks with them, or leg warmers peeking out the top with like plaid little shorts with skirts. I don't know, I'm here for the rain boot. I love it. The hunter boots specifically are obviously gonna be huge because it's like a very classic rain boot. And then the last one that I'm gonna talk about is loafers. So this is a very classic shoe in general. I think it's really classic for spring as well. And I myself am not the biggest loafer girl. I feel like you kind of are or you aren't. And I'm like more of a sneaker girl than a loafer girl, if that makes sense. You could do both, obviously, but I'm gonna go for a sneaker like 9 out of 10 times, and I'm gonna go for the loafer 1 out of 10 times. But they are so cute. They have never become like a big part of my own style, but I love them. I love seeing them styled with like the cute little socks and the skirts and the shorts and everything. Like they're a great classic shoe. There is more slender ones, which I feel like those specifically would look really strange on me. I think it's because I have like more athletic legs, like I have a healthy calf muscle, so you know, I just feel like that I don't like the way that it's making me feel. Also, chunky loafers. I'm more of a chunky loafer girl myself. I think that like looks better with my proportions and everything. It's just that like classic traditional style, I guess, is the loafer, and that is not like lend super well to my personal taste, but I do, like I'm saying, I like them, I appreciate them, I think that they're a great shoe, and they are very much so trending. I see them talked about everywhere, everything I read, so I have to inform you guys about that, but I may not be styling them a ton myself this spring. All right, and that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you want to see a part 2. Also, any other fashion videos that you want to see this spring, please let me know. I love hearing your guys' suggestions in the comments. I write them all down. I try to get to them. I try to like compile them together sometimes, or put like a little bit of one in a different video, because the list is like long that I have on my phone of all the video requests I've ever gotten, and all the ones that I make up in my head too. So sometimes I try to like mesh them and make things work. But anyways, let me know what else you guys want to see. As always, I appreciate you guys being here so much and watching, and I will see you next week.